So now I'd like to introduce you to another community leader, a fantastic company. We're so excited they've joined us for the first time in supporting Panorama India. Can I please request Mr. Timothy Liu to please join me on stage? He's the Managing Director, Sales Planning and Effectiveness for Air Canada. All right, let's give him a round of applause with the... Thank you. I know we don't have a huge audience, but you guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And can we get Timothy a mic as well? Thank you so much. Fantastic. So why am I so excited to introduce you guys to Timothy and Air Canada this year? First of all, we can't say thank you enough. When we approached Air Canada and we said we're doing this something for the community and it's for culture, they didn't even hesitate. They were on board with us. They said this is, one of their very important things that they've been working on this year, their mandate. And more importantly, what I was so amazed about hearing about Air Canada this year, and I think most of you saw, as we went through the pandemic, and as you know, things had started to just open up, Air Canada was instrumental in getting direct flights to India. And not only did they do one flight, I think, a week, I think it grew so fast to multiple flights. And you guys can imagine they did it at a time when there were so many border restrictions, understanding between the countries, setting things up, making sure people are moving back and forth safely. But you guys reacted so fast and responded so fast that I think as a community, and I know many of you have already gone home and come back, many are going, I think we appreciate that as a community that you provided this service for our community to be able to go back home to see their family they hadn't seen in 2 years. So first of all, Timothy, welcome today, and thank you for being here.
Well, thank you. First of all, we'd like to acknowledge the Consul General for actually setting this, being great patronage of this event, but also Sumeeta and her team for putting on this event here that we can actually be here safely and in a very observing of our safety protocols. So thank you very much for having us. You talked about connections earlier, and as the flag carrier of Canada, our job is to connect.
Yes. And
it's to connect people with each other, connect families, and connecting cultures. And so for us, being able to fly to India during this whole pandemic, but also to grow our presence in India is critical. You talked about the many flights that we're having. Actually, as of this summer, we will be operating 42 flights a week between Canada and India. So that's 10 flights from Toronto, 4 flights from Montreal, and daily 7 flights a week from Vancouver. And so we're excited, and it's a big market. It's an important market for us. We want to make sure we connect the community and serve the community, so we're here today.
So let me tell you guys a little bit about Timothy, because I think it's important for everyone to know who the leader is and who's behind. I know it's the organization, but it's a little bit about also who Timothy is. So Timothy Liu joined Air Canada in 2015 and currently holds a position of Managing Director, Sales Planning and Effectiveness. And definitely you're doing a fantastic job in that. In this role, he leads development of Air Canada's sales strategies globally and is responsible for marketing planning, sales analytics, as well as overseeing sales program development, communication, training, tourism partnership, and sales support. Prior to his current mandate, he was a Senior Director of Commercial Strategy, where he led Air Canada's international sales organization across 40 markets on 6 continents, and was also responsible for launching and ensuring commercial success of Air Canada's new international routes. Prior to joining Air Canada, Timothy served as Senior Director, International Sales in Asia and the Director of Network Strategy at Hawaiian Airlines, where he led the company's rapid network expansion and hub development. Previously, he was management consultant with Bain & Company and a customer loyalty strategy consultant at Brierley & Partners. Mr. Liu also has held revenue management positions at United Airlines and Northwest Airlines. And Timothy received his BA in Political Science and MBA in Finance and Strategic Management from the University of Chicago. And something that I'm going to share, he's not going to like it, but I'm going to do that. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday to Timothy.
Thank you.
And despite that, he is taking time to be here with us and to talk with us. So that does mean a lot to us. So Timothy, I think it's really important that we talk about what you guys do for the community itself. I think Air Canada is instrumental. I know through the pandemic, the airline industry, I would say, is one of many who were hit extremely hard. I think you're just starting to recover. I don't even think we're close to where we need to be yet. But yet your organization didn't stop giving back. You guys were doing things all the time. We could see that. Can you share a little bit about the experience of what last 2 years is, and what do you envision as you move forward?
Yeah, so I think we're happy to say we think the worst is behind us, and we think
I think that deserves a round of applause.
And we believe that 2022 will definitely be a better year as we see people starting to return to traveling,
Yes.
as we're making traveling more safe.
Yes.
I think at the beginning of the pandemic, everyone was confused. It was new. We didn't know what to do. And we immediately put together our Safety Plus efforts to make sure that we ensure that those who are traveling are doing so in a safe manner. Now, in terms of the community here, Air Canada has been participating in, a partner with Canada-India Business Council. We've been a part of the Indo-Canadian Business Chamber as
Yes.
well. As well as many other community efforts, whatever we could do to make sure that we show the community that we are part of the fabric of the society and we want to be there. Now, moreover, it's actually the business travelers, the travelers like yourself, the travel agencies that are serving the Indian community that are critical to us. And we also want to thank them for their support throughout this time, because without you, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be able to rebuild our company the way we have done.
Yeah, thank you so much, Timothy, for sharing that. And I will tell you this, even just from a personal experience, as we're coming back, everyone was scared to travel. Everyone was scared to fly. We don't know what we were going in for. We didn't understand it. I was so amazed at the way the airlines were handling it. Air Canada was handling it. I know you had a safety kit in place. You guys were communicating and educating how the safety was on plane. I know you're very strict about the mandate to make sure everybody was safe. And I think that's important, because I think there's many who have not flown yet. Many are waiting. And I think people need to understand it's actually very safe when you fly. I know I've experienced it personally. I know many have. I mean, they give you a kit as soon as you get on. They make sure that you're safe. I know the staff is very safe as well. So I think that's an important thing to experience, because as consumers, we're starting to just come back. It's almost like we're relearning, right? Something we did for such a long time. What would you like to share about what you are doing? I know the India-Canada sector you've talked about. What are the things that you are implementing? Because Indians, obviously Canadian Indians are not only going back to India, they're going to many other places as well. So what would you like to share about that as well?
Yeah, so we're excited to say that we are back a lot this year. We just recently announced a lot of expansion back into Europe. We are going back to Australia. We know that the Indian community is everywhere, and
Yes.
you probably have families and friends spread all over the world, and we want to be able to help you get there. So first of all, you already talked about the 2 tickets that we're sponsoring, but moreover, we have revamped our Aeroplan program. So now, with the family sharing feature, up to 8 members of a family can pull together miles and points so that they can enable travel and share those points with each other. That's something very, very big that we're talking about. Now, talking about safety, you talked about checking out the HVAC system in this theater. So on our flights, on our aircraft, the HEPA system actually filters out 99.9% of the particles in the air. Our planes go through deep cleaning, every day to make sure that passengers, when they're on board, that they're safe. In addition to the kits that we pass out, so we want to make sure that you're traveling, safely, that you have that peace of mind as well when you travel.
That's so important. And I'm telling you, we've all become experts in the last 2 years, because I think Google was our friend. And I think everyone, so this is very important information, because I know personally many have not. And what's interesting is, as someone does, what is the first thing we ask them? What was the experience like? How safe was it? Did you feel okay? And it's very interesting that you learn about how safe it is and how important it is to know that about Air Canada. So since he's already talked about the tickets, and I did mention it this morning, but I'm going to remind all of you, and we're so excited, Air Canada is giving away 2 tickets, so 1 of 2 tickets to India on their direct flights. The contest is running till midnight tonight. You can enter online, and you can make sure that you participate, because I don't know who gets to go. I can't enter. I know, it really sucks, but that's okay. I'm so excited that somebody, 1 or 2 people, will get the chance to go. And I think the other thing you mentioned is about Aeroplan. I think that's really important. I know I've been an Aeroplan member for a long time. I know loyalty programs do work. I know for Aeroplan, I've accumulated points. In fact, in the past, when one person travels a lot, I think the rest of the family just traveled on their points. Sometimes they don't even get to use them. But now what's nice is you can pool points, and I think it's really important as families. I know loyalty programs matter a lot to people and how we travel. So I know many of you this year planning not 1, but multiple trips, because you're making up for 2 years. I think what Timothy mentioned is really important, that it's not just you, but your kids can register. My nieces have Aeroplan accounts already. Your kids should register, and you should pool, because all of you will fly together. The other thing is, of course, the vacation side, right, Timothy? Because you're also going to sunny destinations.
We are going to sunny destinations, the Caribbean, Mexico, South America. I mean, you name it, we're flying there. So.
Well, so I'd like to take this chance to thank Timothy. And Timothy, if there's any other initiatives you'd like to share, this would be great, because we not only have Canadians watching today, but we have Americans watching as well. And then we have a lot of people who are planning to book a flight from India to come here.
Absolutely. So the Air Canada network obviously not only brings Canadians to India, but also enables Americans to connect seamlessly, easily in our Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver hubs to India. And for those of you who are coming from India, we connect you to everywhere in Canada you ever want to go, and also in the United States. So we go both ways in terms of getting you there, getting you back, and welcoming your families as well. So come join us, and we look forward to welcoming everyone on board.
And direct flights, that's huge. I think everybody wants a direct flight now because they just want the experience to be easy, quick, and I want to get there. So the direct flights, I mean, that's huge, the investment you guys are making in this sector, because you have to understand, for an airline to make such a huge investment, that tells you they care, they want to get people there, and they care about the country. That's a very big thing to all of us. We thank you for that. We thank you for being here, Timothy. I know it's your birthday, but I'm glad you spent it with us. And if there's anything else you'd like to say in closing.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for all your support. And truly, we really hope to welcome all of you back on our flight very soon.
Yay. So somebody can win. You could be going back on that flight today. Thank you so much to Timothy. Thank you to Air Canada.